Hello everyone, and this is Beyond, and in today's video we're going to speak about the perfect exit system. I've done a video about the entry system, but today we are going to look at exits and how to exit the Forex market. Now, exiting the market is one of the things that traders really spend sleepless nights over, because it is not an exact science. And what I have found is that traders tend to go from system to system and from method to method. But what I'm going to speak about is the exit system that I have found works the best with the markets, and it works the best in the type of system that I trade, because uh, it essentially allows the market to just give you the profits that the market is going to give you. That's a bit confusing. I will explain shortly. Now, firstly, the system that I like to trade in general is a trend following system. Now, what is a trend following system? A trend following system essentially follows the prevailing trend of the market. So, the trend on this market right now is to the downside. We see that the market is steadily trending to the downside with a series of lower highs and lower lows. That is a trend following system. And what a trend following system does is that when we see the market in a downtrend like this, the strategy is to just follow the trend and be selling the market and not doing counter trend trades. For example, a market like this, which is in an uptrend, US dollar index, the strategy would be just to be buying this market and just focus on the buy side of this market. If you want some more information about trend following and how this system fits into a more aggressive way to trade the forex market, you can go to daleforex.com. That's daleforex.com. Okay, so with a trend following system, the logic is that when we are using a system to exit the market, we then use a trend following exit system, something that is suitable for trend following. And the I'm going to give you the basic uh, principle behind it, and why it is effective. Now, in a trend following system, we start with the premise of that we do not know how far a trend will go. And in that case, what we do is we use something called a trailing stop. And that is the exit system that is suitable for a trend following system. Now, what is a trailing stop? A trailing stop, let's say you enter at this point right here. All a trailing stop does is trails the market, and the market eventually will stop you out. So you enter the market. Let's say you have the buy signal here. The market goes, it continues to go, and let's say your initial stop loss was here. As the market goes in your direction, you then trail the stop behind the market. So as the market goes up, the trailing stop goes behind the market. So the market goes up, the trailing stop trails behind the market until eventually the trailing stop is hit. So looking at this example, the market, we entered on a buy signal here. The market went up, we will trail the stop behind the market. We trail the stop behind the market. The market makes a new high right here. We trail the stop behind the market. Market makes a new high up here. We trail the stop behind the market. Market makes a new high up here. We trail the stop behind the market, and then eventually the market comes and stops us out. And that is the principle of a trailing stop. We do not know exactly how far this trend may last, and if the market gives us more in the trend, we continue with the trend. Let's just take a look at example of, for example, gold. And trailing stops work well when markets are really trending. So let's say, for example, this is the gold market. We have a triple bottom entry here. And this was a very good trade here. Triple bottom entry. The market tested this area once, tested this area twice, tested this area 3 times. We got a buy signal. If you want some more information about why this is such a strong signal, you can go to daleforex.com. Okay, so the market went up and up. So what would we do? Some folks will just take off profit right here and call it a day. But the trailing stop method is we are assuming we do not know how far the trend will go, and we trail the market, the stop behind the market. So as the market makes a new high, we trail the stop upward. So the market just keeps going, we trail it upward. And notice how this market just keeps going to the upside. So our trailing stop is not hit. We just keep going to the upside and upside. So our trailing stop is not hit. Market, you just trail the stop behind the market. Up and up and up. And now, what are the parameters of this trailing stop? This trailing stop could be 50 pips behind the market. It could be 70 pips behind the market. That's where you play with the exact parameters. But what's important right now is the exact is the principle behind trailing stops. And by using trailing stops, you can capture larger movements in the market. You can see that you capture these large movements at times. And in cases where the market gives you just a small win, you just take that small win. But it's a method, it's a systematized way of looking at the markets, and a systematized way of exiting the market. So give you more consistency with your exits, so that you are not guessing. And if you can follow a trailing stop method, you will see more consistency in your trading. Now, depending on how far back this trailing stop was, you could still be in a trade like this, and the market just kept going up and up and up. So when you have a small risk right here and the market just keeps going up, this is what this is the advantage of using a trailing stop. So let's say you risk 1 unit here, and this market gave you a 10 unit winner. That is a 10-to-1 winner. And that's the beauty of trailing stops. When the market really starts to trend, you can take advantage of these trends. This is all a part of more aggressive method of trading the Forex market. If you want some more information, you can go to daleforex.com. That's daleforex.com, where I lay out the system in much greater detail in terms of entries, exits, stop losses, and everything. So that's daleforex.com. Thank you very much.